Hello, it's Eugenie, and in this video, I'm going to talk about my second internship experience. For the second time, I got the chance to work in such a beautiful country, Switzerland, where the beauty of nature is never disappointing. The views of the Alps are always mesmerizing, where we can see the cows with the bells or hear an uphorn echoing through the whole village. I worked in a hotel in Wilderswil, a small village in a region of Bernese Oberland. It is located in the Jungfrau region, a very touristic area. It is 5 minutes away by train from the famous town of Interlaken, and it is near to other tourist destinations like Lauterbrunnen, Greenwald, Jungfraujoch, which is the top of Europe, and many more, which allows me to explore around on my day off, like to Niederhorn, Lake Brienz, Fierst, Eiselwald, and Beatenberg. A historical hotel which has been standing for more than a century, the Alpenrose Hotel and Garden maintains the old aesthetic vibes and creates a feeling of home. This three-star hotel is divided into two parts, the Alpenrose Hotel and the Edelweiss Lodge. This small yet cozy hotel has in total more or less 70 rooms. What differs is that Alpenrose Hotel has a private bathroom, and meanwhile the lodge has a shared bathroom. However, it is connected by the breakfast area and guests can enjoy the same facilities. We are very diverse in this hotel. Here in this picture is my manager, he is a Swiss, and the other hotel personnel are from Hungary, Germany, Slovakia, Portugal, Dominican Republic, and also from Swiss. And the other fellow interns are from China, Vietnam, Panama, and also Indonesia. I started my internship in the F&B department. I worked in the hotel's F&B outlet called the Edelweiss Restaurant. It only opened for dinner, and since my shift started at 2, I worked in the kitchen preparing for the next day's breakfast. For around 2 hours, my task was cutting cheese, ham, vegetables, and fruits to create different types of platters, or helping with other things. It is important to work with reception and look at the number of guests staying in a hotel so what we are preparing will be enough, but also not too much to avoid food waste. Once done with the cold kitchen, I set up for the restaurant. It is a Swiss restaurant that also provides some dishes and wines from South Africa. A very cozy and has a very Swiss interior design, this restaurant is well known for its beautiful garden. Organic fruits and vegetables are harvested from this garden to be brought to the plates. The downside of this hotel is that the kitchen is downstairs and foods are sent through the lift, and the distance is quite far from the lift to the restaurant, which made it less efficient. Most of the staff in the restaurant are mostly not a full-timer, so in the beginning it was quite difficult to learn the service standard because it seemed that everybody had their own way to do it. After a few weeks, they assigned a head of service. Things became more organized, and I felt the importance of having a head department. Although before we always have a regular meeting with the managers to give feedback and to make improvements, however, having someone on the floor makes a difference. I also realized the importance of having a performance meeting where we looked at the guest reviews and useful statistics and data, where we give feedbacks, because it helps us improve our performance and guides us to go in the right direction towards our vision and goals. Occasionally, we have a group that comes, sometimes a big group of more than 50 people, sometimes under 10. They always have a fixed menu and the table settings were already prepared in the breakfast room. We also have special occasions like birthday or the 1st of August, the Swiss National Day, where we make something more special like a barbecue buffet. A few times a week, I also got to do the breakfast. Not a hard thing to do, but a lot of tasks, because it is just single person doing everything. Well, sometimes with the help of reception or the housekeeping. A repetitive task of refilling, taking dirty dish, dishwashing, putting the clean plates back, and repeat until the breakfast time closes. Then the cleaning part. It is a good shift though because I finished earlier and my days felt longer. After familiarizing myself with all the menu, I went to the hot kitchen. It was a very fun experience for me, and if I was asked which one I loved the most from all the different departments I got to try, it's the kitchen. Different from what most kitchens were usually presented as harsh, I would say that in this hotel it is quite chill. Yes, although when it gets busy, it might get a little bit stressful. But I think it was because I worked with the other interns who were my friends and we worked with music and speaker. Mise en place is the most important thing in a kitchen because once we have everything and an order comes, bam bam bam, voila, c'est fini. Not only in the hot kitchen, I also get to work in the cold kitchen too. Not to prepare for breakfast, but to make salads, desserts, and platters for the a la carte menu. I also got to try the most exhausting department. Yes, the housekeeping. I need to admit that it was tough and my body started aching even only after the first day. As it is a really old hotel, there's no possibility to install a lift. As a result, we have to carry all the big sack of linen up and go back and forth, and again, resulting in less efficiency. We also still use the old-fashioned style where the housekeeping checklists are printed out early in the morning. We don't really have a housekeeping technology to keep in track of which rooms have checked out or things like that, so we are using walkie-talkie for communication or face-to-face. But anyway, it is a small hotel, so it is easy to just pass by the reception. However, for a better efficiency in the future, I think it would be better if they install a housekeeping system. It is interesting to work in housekeeping because I get to see the rooms where the layouts are all different and unique. When I was working in this department, it was during the high season, and almost every day the occupancy rate is nearly 100%, so there was a lot of rooms to be cleaned for 3 people. I need to admit I was a bit slow doing this, perhaps maybe because I am too detailed, which might not be too useful in a 3-star property, as what is needed most I think is efficiency. Thinking how they managed to clean all this room with just 2 people is incredible. Their time management and power are amazing, and truly housekeepers are super women. Last but not least, I also got to try reception, doing check-ins, doing some paperwork, assisting them with their needs. It is an amazing experience to interact with guests from different parts of the world. It taught me to become more tolerant as I learned that people from different cultures has different demands and preferences. As a part of my self-assessment, I realized that my weakness is language. Indeed, most of the hotel guests are international. However, in the restaurant, I think it's approximately 50-50. I did try my best to talk with my basic German, but I think it might just not be pleasing for the guests. So oftenly when meeting with locals, I pass it on to my colleague, which I think would result in a better guest experience. But Swiss people are actually very nice. They tolerate my limitations and even talk to me in English when they can. As for my strength, I think that I am very passionate about what I am doing, even to the simplest things like cleaning. That my colleagues compliment me that I work with heart. I also have a well knowledge of what I am doing, which allows me to be very efficient and allows me to give better of myself, even exceeding expectations. And as the only intern who got to try all the different departments, I can always be a help whenever and in whatever department they need me. To close this video, I should say that I really enjoy working in this place. in a very beautiful hotel with all the lovely people in this amazing country. I'm grateful for this experience. Thank you, Open Rose Hotel. Ciao!